Hello, welcome to my next video on Azure fundamentals under the topic of concepts. We are going to see question, answer and explanation for the answer today under the chapter concept. We are going to see 20 questions in 20 minutes time frame. First question, Azure Site Recovery provides dash for virtual machines. Option A, fault tolerance. Option B, disaster recovery. Option C, elasticity. Option D, high availability. Here, the right answer for this question is option A. The reason is Azure Site Recovery helps in ensuring business continuity by keeping business apps and workloads running during outages. Site recovery replicates workload running on a physical server and virtual machines from a primary site to a secondary location. With that, option A is the right answer. Next question is, your company hosts an accounting application named App1 that is used by all customers of the company. App1 has a low usage during the first 3 weeks of every month and a very high usage during the last week of every month. Which benefit of Azure Cloud Services supports cost management for this type of usage pattern from the list below? Option A, high availability. Option B, high latency. Option C, elasticity. Option D is load balancing. The right answer for this question is option C, that is elasticity. Elasticity in this case is the ability to provide additional compute resources whenever needed, and it reduces the compute resources when it is not needed to reduce the cost. And so, elasticity is the right answer. And also note that auto scaling is an example of elasticity, and you should have to take care of that term also. Next question. You have an on-premises network that contains several servers. You plan to migrate all the servers to Azure. You need to recommend a solution to ensure that some of the servers are available if a single Azure data center goes offline for an extended period. What should you include in the recommendation? Is it fault tolerance, or elasticity, or scalability, or low latency? The right answer for this question is option A. That is, fault tolerance is the ability of the system to continue to function in the event of a failure of some of its components. And so the recommendation should include fault tolerance. That's the correct answer. Next question. When you are implementing a software as a service SaaS solution, you are responsible for dash. Is it configuring high availability, or defining scalability rules, or installing the SaaS solution, or configuring the SaaS solution? The right answer for this question is option D. Here, you are primarily responsible for configuring the solution. So when you are implementing a software as a service solution, you are responsible for configuring the SaaS solution. Everything else is managed by the cloud provider. And also note that SaaS requires least amount of management. And so D is the correct answer. Next question. A company would like to develop a cloud solution by making use of Azure Government. Azure Government can only be used by certain types of clients to develop cloud solution. Which of the following are the types of customers that can make use of Azure Government in this situation? Option A, Europe government entity. Option B, US government contractor. Option C, US government entity. Option D, government contractor from any country. Please note that Azure government as well as Azure US government both are same, and you should have to take care of this while reading that question once again. So the right answer for this question is option B. The reason for selecting option B is Azure government or Azure US government is a mission critical cloud environment delivering innovation related project to US government customers and their partners. Only US federal, state, local and tribal governments and their partners have access to dedicated instance of the Azure government instance. All the operations will be controlled as well as screened by the US government. So the right answer for this question is option B, that is B and C. Only the US government contractors and US government entity can have access to this Azure government environment. Next question, you have been informed by your superiors of the company's intention to automate server deployment to Azure. There is, however, some concern that administrative credential could not be uncovered during this process. You are required to make sure that during the deployment, the administrative credentials are all encrypted using a suitable Azure solution. So, solution is you recommend the solution that is based on Azure Multi-Factor Authentication or MFA. Is it true or false? The right answer for this question is option B. The reason is the main benefit of multi-factor authentication is it will enhance your organization security by requiring your users to identify themselves by more than a user and a password. It's a kind of sending an additional authentication using SMS or push notification, something like that. So that's the purpose of MFA. And so for this question, MFA is not the correct answer, and so you should have to select option B as the correct answer. So that makes a wrong choice if you are going for MFA. Next one, financially speaking, one of the benefits of using cloud computing over hosting application yourself on servers you own is, which is called as option A. Using this, the tax and the cash flow benefits of using operational expenditure instead of capital expenditure. The other option is the tax and the cash benefits of using capital expenditure instead of operational expenditure. Out of these two, the right answer for this question is option A. The reason is most of the organization go for cloud and they prefer pay as you go model. That is, pay what you are using kind of model. This model ensures that the payment to the cloud service provider on monthly basis. This comes under OPEX, and so the company can leverage the tax benefit under the heading of OPEX. And so option A is the correct answer. Next question, the ability of a system to automatically grow and shrink based upon the application demand is called as option A elasticity, option B scalability, option C agility, option D high availability. The right answer for this question is option A, that is elasticity. We have already seen elasticity refers the ability of the cloud to automatically expand or compress the infrastructural resources on sudden up and down in the requirement so that the workload can be managed effectively. With that, option A is the correct answer for this question. Next question is, let us suppose you are required to identify the type of failure for which an Azure availability zone can be used to protect access to Azure services. Which of the following type of failure you will identify? Option A physical server failure. Option B, a Azure region failure. Option C, a storage failure. Option D, a Azure data center failure. The right answer for this question is option D is the correct answer. Multiple data centers forms availability zone. If there is a failure in a data center means it need to be handled at availability level zone. And so D is a correct answer for this question. Next question, a company is planning on hosting an application on a set of virtual machines in Azure. They want to ensure that the application recovers from a region-wide failure in Azure. Which of the following concepts need to be considered to fulfill this requirement? Option A is scalability, option B disaster recovery, option C agility, option D elasticity. The right answer for this question is option B. The reason is disaster recovery is a recovery of service recovery of a service after a failure. For example, restoring a virtual machine service from backup after a virtual machine failure. That's an example for disaster recovery. Which of the following is not a feature of cloud computing? The options are a limited pool of services, option B faster innovation, option C scalability. Here, scalability is a prime feature of cloud. Innovation using the best in breed of services and resources available in the cloud is a kind of a feature again. And so option A is the correct answer. That is, since cloud supports for abundant number of services, reference to limited pool of services is the correct answer for selection. You should have to note then the question once again. Which of the following is not a feature? And so a limited pool of feature is the correct answer. Next question. Select the correct one. Option A company can extend the computing resources of its internal network by using hybrid cloud. Option B, to implement a hybrid cloud, a company must always migrate from the private cloud. Option C, in public cloud model, only guest users at your company can access the resources in the cloud. Here, you should have to understand the question by negating negating the wrong answers. If you do so, cloud model shall be accessed by authorized users, and so it is not only the guest users. So option C is wrong. To form a hybrid cloud model, it is not only extending the private cloud but also others, including extending companies' own on-premises network to public cloud, and so that's also considered as a hybrid model. And so B is also not the correct answer. So the right answer will be option A, that is, company can extend the computing resources of its internal network by using hybrid cloud. Next question, which of the following cloud model has the characteristics which is listed below? Number one, it lower the cost. That is, no need to purchase hardware or software, and you pay only for the services you use. Option 2, there is no maintenance. Your service provider provides the maintenance. Option 3, near unlimited scalability, that is on demand. So out of these three, which is the correct answer? Is it public cloud or private cloud or hybrid cloud or on-premises infrastructure environment? The right answer for this question is option A, that is public cloud. See, here maintenance is required for on-premises, hybrid, and private cloud model. Scalability also a concern with on-premises, hybrid, and private cloud model. With that, public cloud model is a right answer for this question. Next question, a company wants to start using Microsoft Azure. They currently have a private cloud setup. Would it be required for them to migrate their entire private cloud model to achieve a hybrid cloud model? Is it yes or no? Read the second part of the question once again. Would it be required for them to migrate entire private cloud model to achieve hybrid cloud model? The right answer for this question is option B. The reason is there is no need to migrate the resources from private cloud to public cloud as long as company policy changes to only public cloud. Also refer the keyword in the question wants to start. And so the right answer is B. This term wants to start means The company is still in the planning phase, and so the right answer for this question is option B, that is no. Next is, which of the following terms refer to making a service available with no downtime for an extended period of time? Is it agility, or is it high availability, or fault tolerance? The right answer for this question is option B, that is high availability. You know, high availability keeps the service up and running for a long period of time. With a little downtime, and depending on the service in the question, it might vary. And so the right answer for the question is high availability, that is option B. Next question, which among the following term is considered as best benefit using cloud services? Is it elasticity, or local reach only, or unpredictable cost? And you should have to knock out the wrong answers. By this way, local reach only and the unpredictable cost are not relevant to features of the cloud. With that, option A is the right answer. That is, elasticity is a feature of the cloud, and so A is the correct answer. Which of the following ensures that data residency and compliance needs are met for a customer who need to keep their data and applications close to each other? Is it region, or region pair, or zone, or geographies? Here, the right answer for this question is option D. The reason is geography is the highest level among the other three. It ensures that data residency and compliance requirements. And so D is the correct answer. Next question, all resources that are part of an application and share the same life cycle should exist in the same dash region, region pair, resource group, or availability set. The right answer for this question is option C, that is resource group. You can use the resource group to group all the resources comes under a project lifecycle, and so C is the correct answer. Next question, which of the following is used to ensure availability during maintenance events? Is it scale set, or VM compatibility set, or availability set, or availability zones? So here, the right answer for this question is option D, availability set. The reason is an availability set is a logical grouping of virtual machines that allows Azure to understand how your application is built to provide for redundancy and availability. Using availability sets, you can ensure that during either in an outage or maintenance events that require a reboot, at least one VM is available for the end user usage. And so the right answer for this question is option D. And you need to be very careful. There are differences between scale set, availability set. There are differences between availability set and availability zones. Next question, MS Azure data centers are organized and form a zone, geography, region, or region pair. We have already seen similar kind of question with but slightly reworded in the past. Here, multiple data centers form an availability zone, and multiple availability zone forms a region. In the given set of answers, there is no mention about availability zone, and so the next level is region. That is the correct answer. That is option C is the correct answer. Well, I'm closing up today's session. Thank you very much, and I hope this video helpful to you for your interview as well as examination purpose. If you like that video, subscribe it to get additional videos for Microsoft Azure fundamentals. We are going to continue the next topic again, 20 question in 20 minutes time. This is not the end. Please stay tuned. Thank you. Stay safe and bye.